Yes, people, welcome back to BBK Sports. It is Friday. It is TGIF. And of course, you did not get fooled by the thumbnail. The Waffle Don is here. He is here. He will join us. He is on screen, but he will join us audio in a minute. But I did not want to keep the people waiting. I do not keep the people waiting. The people are here checking in. So I'm checking in. And I'm gonna big up a couple of legends already in the chat. I see man like Alvin. Alvin just be trolling. Glock 9 mag is empty. Yeah, we'll get into the Glock 9. There's quite a few people that are getting to my level of irritation that I was at. Because I've been called the most impatient guy. Just be patient, man. Just be patient. And I've already given the spiel on the three words in the Arsenal fan base that annoy me. One even triggers me. Patience, phase, process. But we'll get into all that. I see Bluebird. Big up to Bluebird. Hope everything is good. Mr. Battered, the legendary Mr. Battered, the man who can't wait for the season to start, is here telling the people to smash the likes. Big up some dappings going on. The assembled Blunderman's number one hater is here. An afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to the assembled. I hope you are well, sir. Big up to the God, man, like Godfrey. Said BBK and Abs in the building. Big up the community. Some community settings going on. And we got man, got man like Scan saying phase 6, BBK, phase 6. Yeah, phase. The three P words that just irritate the shit out of me, Scans. And that is one of them. But my brother Abs, I got good news and I got bad news. You hear me?
Hit me with the bad news first. Anyway, hey, I'll hold on, BBK.
Yeah,
I know this is our show and stuff, yeah?
Got you, man.
But people, why? This is called the warm up, yeah?
Yep.
This is the new show called the warm up. Okay, so people, this is our new title for our new show, the warm up. If you kindly please, before we go any further, if you haven't slapped the like button already, kindly please do that now, because it's only going to help us get out to more audiences. You get to find out about more people that you've never come across before, different fans and all that kind of stuff. If you're not subscribed yet and you're new, tap that subscribe button, because believe me, every Friday it goes down in the warm-up.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
BBK.
Yeah, big up, fan. So the bad news is Victor Gyokeres is no longer in Portugal.
What do you mean? How's that bad news?
Well, that's the good news. You say you wanted the bad news.
I wanted the bad news first, man.
Now, well, the good news is he's no longer in Portugal. The bad news is he's not in London either. Yeah. So all these reports that he was doing his medical today was completely debunked this morning by David Ovo. He's not in London. He's not in Portugal. He is home. He is in Sweden.
Okay.
Man is in Sweden, chilling. Not an Arsenal player. Still a Sporting Lisbon player.
So there's 5 days to our first pre-season game.
Mm-hmm.
Cal mentioned something about something happening in Portugal right now, about something to do with the stocks and shares or something like that. Is that something that's affecting why he can't move over to? I don't know. It just sounds like excuses upon excuses upon excuses. What are we doing right now? What is going on right now?
It's only us, isn't it? Only us can find new ways to delay a transfer. The Portuguese stock market. Like this is like next level craziness or next level incompetence. The Portuguese stock market is why they haven't announced him. Like seriously, bro. Seriously. Like if all the reports are true and all the journalists are saying he's going to be an Arsenal player, like the announcement of him leaving, well, it's imminent. So if you're an investor, you plan accordingly. Like if you know the stock market is going to crash because you're privy to certain information, then you act accordingly. They know he doesn't want to be there. So when he came out and said, I don't want to be here anymore, that wasn't reason enough for the stock market to react to it. That is crazy. But he is we're what? Next week, right? Not even next week. In 5 days. Today's the 18th, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So in 5 days, we kick ball against Milan. So he won't be there. He
How do you
definitely
know he won't be there? How do
it's
you know?
it's 5 days, abs.
Bro, this is the weekend's long, you know. The weekend's long, then you got Monday. He can do his medical over the weekend, and he could be Monday could be signed, and he could be on the plane on Wednesday. I think this can happen.
Even if even if he's on the plane.
Or he might be on the plane after the plane, the private jet following the plane.
No, but I'm saying if he hasn't did his medical yet, it's very difficult for me to believe you're going to play in 5 days' time. Because not only does he have to do the medical thing, then he has to do the whole media thing and the PR thing. You know how this club moves and the announcement and all that.
You know he can do his medical in Sweden as well, yeah? You know they can send people over there to go to a hospital, do the medical in Sweden as well. So
Now go on.
I don't think it's as can I say bad? I don't think it's as bad as we think, man. But you know what? Next Friday I could be here saying, well, he still ain't done his medical, so I need to be careful before you clip me up. But I don't think I think it's nearly done. I just think it's just a bit of madness going on.
So the thing is, like, do I think it would eventually happen? Yes, I do. I do think it will eventually happen. But my gripe remains that this puts us at a severe disadvantage because he's not on the training pitch. Like all the other stuff that he has to do off the field hasn't been done because he can't move like he's an Arsenal player until he is. Right. And the preseason is not starting or gonna start. It's already started. And the champions of England kicked ball last Sunday. You know, I honestly actually believe that he may not even go to Asia, bro. This deal might drag out to the point where we see him when we come back to London for the Emirates Cup. When we play whoever we play. I don't even know the schedule for the Emirates Cup, but it's a mad one. But let me big up a couple more people in the chat. Big up to BX Gunner 81 in the building. Godfrey, I see you. Scans. What I find hilarious is some of these content creators acting resigned to getting a win now. Striker is Gyokeres. It's almost as if they want their project to keep going. That's a great point. That's a great point. And that was my main argument against the whole Sesko thing. Not that I thought Sesko was a bad player, but the fact that we're this deep, 18 days into July, and we still haven't had our striker, tells me that there's some, and it actually further reinforces my idea that Arteta really is not bothered. Because if you're the manager and you're going on another continent to train with the striker that's supposed to win you the league, bro, I'm blowing up Berta's phone. Get this deal done. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done. I don't think he's bothered, bro. Because the later Gyokeres comes in, the more of a reason he has to play the striker that he wants to play, and that's Kai.
You know, but you've already resigned to expecting Kai to play on the first day of the season. You've already said that from ages ago, regardless of whether we bring in Gyokeres anyway. It's not an ideal situation, but it lessens the blow because you're expecting it. You could be angry, but you've kind of like premeditated this feeling already.
Yeah, it does make me angry because I know it's not good enough. I've seen enough of it. You know what I mean? Like I've seen enough, but because what we're doing essentially, Abs, is we're just running it back. We can't run it back because running it back didn't work for us. You can run it back when you won the league, right? You run it back. I've seen Man United gamble and run it back a couple of times and won the league when they were the best team. Like Liverpool could have gambled and ran it back, just replacing Trent, but they didn't. They've added and added and added, and now you know you see the thumbnail. Their name is in the Rodrygo hat and all this other stuff. But man, it's like David Ovo. Like when the journalist asked him this morning on Sky Sports, and the same question I've asked you and you've asked me on this very show is: next week Friday we're speaking. One answer: does it get done? Yes or no? Man he couldn't say either way because there's still. The only improvement from last week to this week, instead of 5 million, it's now 2.5 in add-ons. It's 2.5 they're haggling over in add-ons because apparently Coventry has a sell-on clause or something to Sporting, and that's the holdup, bro. This is meant to be our striker to help us win the league, bro. We cannot let 2.5 million stand in the way of this man on getting on the training pitch, learning how to play with his teammates. I'm getting irritated, man. My skin is itching. Paulina links. Have you heard these?
I heard, I read something briefly on that, but do you know what? Yeah, Paulina's a good player, man. He should have been the player that we were looking at instead of Norgard.
Yeah. So
he should have been the player that we was looking at because he went to Bayern from Fulham, isn't it? And this guy's got, I think, one of the best last season, or I can't remember the season before or something. I think he had one of the best tackles as a DM in the league, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, Paulina's a good player, but I think he's about 30 now. I think, is he about 30 or he's getting on a bit?
29, 30.
Yeah, but he, you know what? If we wanted someone, I would have had him instead of Norgard. But why are we looking at another DM for?
Right. Yeah,
Why?
Yeah. Big up to the Assemble.
Big up the Assemble, man.
Now, the Assemble said if all the players come in, about all the players, we're probably just talking about Gyokeres and madueke. In your opinion, are these players Blunderman who are the players Blunderman will sacrifice in the latest escapade of spending money and achieving absolutely nothing? The players he would sacrifice. I think, I don't know if it's a sacrifice because I do think we need to move on from him. I think Trossard. I think Trossard would be the first name out the door because he still has some type of value. And
Martinelli.
Yeah, nah, I don't think he sells Martinelli, man. I think
if a big thing came in for him, I think he would. Yeah. If a big money deal came in.
Yeah. I think he likes Martinelli's defensive work rate attributes, and that's a whole nother conversation when you're talking about an attacking player and you have to praise him for what he does without the ball. But I really think he likes what Martinelli does, especially the way Skelly inverts and bombs forward. But I think Trossard, I've heard we've rejected a bid for Fabio Vieira for 18 million pounds from someone.
Oh, just get rid, man. Yeah. Seriously.
So yeah, the only name that comes to my head, the assembled, is Trossard. I think he would sacrifice Zinchenko, but that contract is just a mad one that he won't be able to get off. Big up to Brett. Brett is on record here as saying he thinks Chelsea wins the league next season. You gotta make sure I hold him to account so he can come back and answer for that. Big up Hendo, say good afternoon to Abs and all that's been watching. Speaking of Chelsea, has Madueke been announced yet? I haven't seen it.
Nope.
I haven't.
Nope. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because one last thing with the whole Madueke thing, right? Like someone sent me a message yesterday. It was I think it was a snippet of the whole Rio Ferdinand thing when he was calling out Arsenal fans and this and that. I'm like, bro, you remember when Trent left Liverpool and then Jamie Carragher and the Liverpool fans was like, hey, everyone, y'all can go kick rocks. Y'all can't tell us how to feel as a fan base. That's exactly what I told him. I'm like, man, you cannot tell us how to feel about Madueke. We're going to feel next week when he holds up the shirt, I'm a fan. But as of now, I'm going to be like, make it very, very clear. Very, very clear.
I see something saying that he's going to be announced, that Madueke could be announced today. I don't know how true that is, though.
Yeah, but, the same sources that I was hearing that from also said that Gyokeres was going to do his medical today as well. So now, it's all just madness. Like, at this point, transfer talk is just completely.
They're doing it, kaput in it. There's nothing.
Yeah,
there's nothing out there.
Stocks and shares.
No, big up not Brett May, man.
Yeah, stocks and shares is one of the reasons that's been thrown out there now why this transfer is being dragged on. Like no other club in the history of transfers have ever heard this, but it's always Arsenal. Arsenal is the ultimate hold my beer football club. We've been waiting for Glock9 for weeks. Yeah, and I hope Geeks of Muckaby turn up here today and told me, because he not only did he turn up in the chat after the stream, he went into the comments and big up to him and said, I told you, BBK, I told you Gyokeres would be done. And it's not done, bro. It's not done. We're 5 days away from our preseason starting. Gyokeres saw us sign Madueke before him and said, these men ain't serious. We're like, this is the man that's supposed to be creating for me on the left wing. Like, man, I don't want to know. I don't want no parts of it. But, yeah, man. So, Gyokeres aside, as painful and just irritating as it may be that it's not done yet, I do believe it's gonna get done because, bro, can you imagine how mudded the club would be if they fumbled this deal after walking away from Sesko? And there's something I want to ask you. Like this morning, on your daily waffle, you said, "Who would we go?" But you were talking about Eze when you said, "Who would we go for if Eze doesn't happen?" Right?
Mm.
But let's take that same argument you were making for Eze and apply it to this guy,
Gyokeres.
So if this Gyokeres deal doesn't happen and we're completely mudded, what is the emergency plan? So our primary was Sesko.
You know who it's going to be. You know who the name begins. You know who it's going to be, innit? You know who the name is going to be. I can give you that name straight away. It's going to be Watkins. That is the plan B. It would be Ollie Watkins. That's the player. That's the player who will be. But no one can tell me a midfielder. Morgan Rogers, possibly. Other than that, who else are Arsenal actually rumoured to be going for? Because Eze, for me, just seems to be up in the air right now. There's nothing conclusive to say, hey, hold on, before I talk even more, you know. Before I even talk even more, you know. My brother's in the chat. I didn't even see his message, you know. Big up to my brother Tony Claude Gunner, yeah. TCG TV. This is my brother. Make sure you go and slap up the like. Make sure you go and subscribe to Tony Gunner Claude TV, my brother. He says, smash up the likes, my two favorite brothers in one show. Big up to you, Tony. Hope you're having a good time in Nigeria with the family, and send your blessings to your parents and your wife and all your cousins, family, and everything, man. Love my guy, Tony. Yeah, go on. Sorry, bro.
No, you were talking about Ollie Watkins as the potential backup to the backup, or the third option from Sesko to Gyokeres. We didn't get any of those strikers, so now we have to get Tony. How do you think the fan base would react to Tony? Watkins. I don't know where I got Tony.
Come on, man. Come on, BBK, man. Do I have to answer that question?
Yeah, because I'm seriously not sure, bro.
Come on. They're not going to be happy, are they? They're definitely not going to be happy. You know, we are the fan base as well. So when you ask that question, we are the fan base as well. So our reaction to just getting Watkins, we know Watkins isn't a bad player, by the way. But the player that we want, Gyokeres, the gunman, who we've been wanting for a long, long time now. And if we didn't get him, I'll have to question the club, you know, bro. I'll have to really question this club. I'll have to really question my support for this club. Because I've got another club that plays in Turkey, yeah, that are about to sign a Nigerian king, Osimhen, yeah. Negotiations close. I'll take out a season from watching Arsenal and I'll watch Galatasaray. I'll tell you that. If this Gyokeres deal doesn't go through, and the thing is, I like Watkins as a player as well. Don't get me wrong. Watkins is a good player. But we need to be doing the business for Gyokeres. Yeah. We've spent all our energy, all our time focusing on this one deal. I don't want to hear nothing about deal collapsing. He couldn't make the plane because the coach was delayed, or the private whatever. I don't want to hear, you know, the prawn sandwiches gave him food poisoning. I don't want to hear nothing. All I want to hear is medical done. He's an Arsenal player. I don't want to hear anything.
Now, I think the fan base would be split. I don't think they will completely turn their nose up at him, because a huge part of the fan base runs the narrative of Premier League proven. I could make a case that Ollie Watkins is a Premier League proven striker. Like, I can't make that argument for Gyokeres. I mean, Gyokeres is a striker, a bagsman, and all that stuff, but he hasn't done it in the Premier League. Watkins has.
What has Watkins proven? That he can score how many goals? 18, 19 goals?
I think he hit 20 the year before. And I mean, that's something that none of our strikers have proven that they can do, and they've been given the opportunities to do it. So, you know, I mean,
has he done it at the top level though? Has he done it for a team like Arsenal?
I mean, I can argue that we created more chances than Villa, and he did it there.
So, are you saying that if the Gyokeres deal collapses, then Ollie's the man for you? Because who else is out there?
You got him. You got your guy in Turkey. Yeah, that's why This is why I'm anxious about the Gyokeres deal, because we must get this one right, bro. Like we absolutely.
I'm not thinking beyond this, brother. I'm not even thinking beyond this one messing up. Yeah. If anything, Watkins is a backup player as far as I'm concerned. He should be the backup to Gyokeres. Understand? Those should be our two strikers, not him and Havertz. It should be Gyokeres first, then Ollie Watkins second. That's, as I said, Ollie Watkins is a very good player, but come on, man. In Europe, do you know what I mean? Champions League, and people talk about the league and talk about this rubbish and stuff like that. Nah, man, bring Gyokeres in, man. Bring Gyokeres in.
Yeah, and I don't think we can deal with another twist at this point. Another twist, another turn, another curveball. You know, just get it done. Just get it done so we can move. Because what I'm frustrated about is, if we're taking this long to get the Gyokeres deal done, right? And it's the player that completely wants to come to Arsenal and come play and we're this deep into the window, and we can't get the Gyokeres deal done. I don't think we can get a Eze deal done in time if we started working on Eze now, because I don't even think the links on Eze have reached the bid phase. It's just interested in monitoring. So once we actually start the bidding, you give another 3 weeks, bro. The season's already started, and Eze is still walking out in a Crystal Palace shirt. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
there's so many layers to why I'm angry at this Gyokeres thing not being done, and part of it links to the next transfer that we actually need, because we still have gaping holes in the squad.
You know the thing about this summer is, what I've noticed is deals are taking a lot longer than expected for certain clubs.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Man United with Burmo, they've only just agreed a fee now. He looks like he's going to Man United, but this summer, for some reason, transfers have been taking a while. Earlier, when the transfer window opened, we saw teams like Man City and Liverpool approaching their targets. But when you're a team of winners and you had a successful team like Man United, like Man City and Liverpool, it's going to be easier to get in your targets. It's almost like they're coming to you. When it comes to Arsenal and other teams, the transfers just seem to be a little bit slower. But saying that, Spurs were able to speak to Kudos, and he was a very quick signing. So I don't know whether that was being patterned early in the window, but they seemed to get him like very quick. You know, it was like 1 minute, it was like Spurs are talking to Kudos. The next minute, I'm seeing him wearing a Spurs t-shirt on the beach on holiday, wherever he was. Why can we not do this? I know we've got a new sporting director in as well and stuff, and I know he's like, he wants to get things right in it, and he's not going to be fleeced like the old Arsenal, you know, back in the day. And it just seems like things are just taking a little bit longer. But I think Gyokeres is over the line. But my concern, as I said before, is who's the midfielder if we don't get Eze? You know, who's going to be the midfielder?
What do you think of Kluivert?
I like Kluivert.
I
like it. I like him.
Yeah. Outside of Rodgers, I think Kluivert's a shout. I also like that young midfielder from Villarreal, Yermi Pino. Have you seen him or heard of him? He is cold, you know.
No.
Yeah,
I heard we're looking at Xavi Simons as well.
Yeah, this guy's better than Simmons, bro. Like this guy, Yermi Pino. He is like I get Bernardo Silva vibe. He plays for Villarreal, man, but you know that's probably why a lot of people don't know about him. But
yeah,
you know, I watch a lot of La Liga, and he's cooked. But the only thing is that he is he has about the same kind of stature as Javi Simmons. Not big. He's like 5'8", but he is techie, bro. He is so.
Yeah, that's what we need, though, isn't it? We need someone like that. Odegaard's techie, yeah, but he's slow with it, isn't he? You know, and it only comes off now and again, isn't it? When he's confident, you know, and he's very weak on the ball as well. You know, you notice he gets a little kick and he's on the floor crying, and that's it. You don't see him for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Eze, man, if we can get Eze in, that'll just be delightful. Yeah, look, Mr. Battered said you have Wanyeri as well. Play him.
Yeah, but
That's
you know, I think I'm not. I'll in like the first 3 or 4 games, I'll be interested to see how those games play out and if Wanyeri is actually in the first team plans based on how we play and how many minutes he gets.
The thing is with Ethan is. How do I put this? Do you want to put that pressure on him straight away, or do you want to ease him into, you know, the games? Do you understand?
Yeah.
You know
I want to throw him in because last year he was thrown in last year due to injuries and he performed.
True.
He performed, and I think this year, I think he went into the squad last year when a lot of the key players were injured. Like if you put him in Odegaard's spot with the first team on the field, I think he cooks. I think he absolutely cooks. You put him next to another techie baller like Zubimendi, you know, and a Declan doing some box-to-box nasty work, and Saka at full fitness, serviceable left winger. Yeah, I think you'll see an even better Wanyeri. Like in 800 minutes, he was able to score more than Odegaard did over the entire season. So I think Wanyeri, I think he used those minutes that he got last year well, even though it wasn't a lot of minutes or not as much as he would like. He's no longer a rookie. He's got his feet wet. Like he knows what Premier League football is all about now. He's had an entire season. So essentially, you know, he's had I think he was eased in last year, and this year you can actually trust him to throw him in there. I do. I really do. I have that much faith in that young kid. To be fair, Watkins should be at our club already. At your club already. Yeah, Gary said he wished we had gotten him in January when he could have actually helped us turn some of those draws into wins. But
yeah, that was a decision that we didn't make. We would have had him now, but would they have gone for a striker in the summer if we had bought Watkins? You know, these are the kind of crazy things we do. Big up to not Brett May, man. Rather have Watkins over Gyokeres. Watkins has scored in the Champions League highest level of the game. So has Gyokeres.
Yeah, Gyokeres has scored in the Champions League.
Gyokeres scored a hat-trick against Man City. Let's not forget that. Listen, Watkins is a good player. He's a good player. They're kind of similar in traits, and they're quite powerful. They're quick. They like the ball, you know, to feet and in behind. They like to run in behind defenders and stuff like that. They're very similar type of players. If you look at the actual profiles, obviously, as BBK said, Watkins has done it in the Premier League season upon season, and he's used to the Premier League as well, isn't it? So
yeah. So the Premier League proven thing, I noticed that LFC Monster here says those fans that who were happy with Prem Improvement, Norgard would be happy with Prem Improvement. And this is the thing, the Prem Improvement, you can use it to fit whatever narrative you want based on the player that we're linked with. Because I guarantee you, LFC Monster, Mr. Bat, none of the Liverpool fans want to hear Prem Improvement when Verts was available. He's never kicked the ball in the Prem. He's not a Prem Improvement anything, but he's the most expensive transfer ever. Yeah,
exactly.
Matter of fact, most of the most expensive transfers was never Prem Improvement, from Enzo to him. Well, Caicedo was Prem Improvement at Prem Improvement. It's becoming a thing now. When he was at right. You know.
Another thing as well, a point that I really need to make as well. Yeah, Man City have Haaland. Liverpool maybe will have Isak or get his name. What's his name? Nketiah. What's his name?
Ekitike. It can be a tricky one.
Ekitike. Newcastle have Isak. Man United have Cunha or Mbeumo.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound right. Arsenal have Watkins. Does that sound scary to you? Does that sound kind of scary to you? All these teams got these top strikers. Arsenal got Watkins. Arsenal bring in Gyokeres. You know, oh, and the thing is as well about Gyokeres, yeah, he's unknown to these Premier League defenders.
Right.
Maybe in the Champions League to Man City, they saw what he can do. So when you look at it now, we're bringing someone in that, yes, he's not played in the Premier League before, but also he's an unknown entity to a lot of your defenders now. And you can say the Premier League is hard. I don't agree that the Premier League is as hard as people make it out. Now, I feel that the number 9s are coming back, and the number 9s are going to be scoring loads of goals. I totally believe that this is the year of the number 9s, and I think we're gonna see a lot of goals from number 9s this season.
Yeah, the year of the number 9s. So if we're gonna be signing a out and out number 9s, then it's incumbent upon Arteta to make sure that the team creates for him. So essentially,
exactly. I've got no doubt. The team will create. Will create for Gyokeres. Also, feel that he'll create his own goals as well. Not every team is going to play low block against us. There's teams out there that's going to be confident and feel that they can actually rattle us, especially at the Emirates as well. We've seen instances of us going into games confident, and the next minute we're one down. We're having to fight back. It's happened. It happens quite a lot. What was the game? Was it against Leicester? Who was it against? It was against Leicester where we was 2-0 up last season. And they came back.
No. It was Villa.
Was it Villa? No, there was Leicester as well.
No, we beat Leicester. We beat Leicester 2-0. We beat Leicester 2-0.
No, Leicester scored 2 goals. Remember that guy, Ibanati? He scored a volley against us.
No, that was James Justin, wasn't it? The right back. When they hit the post and went in. We won the game.
Yeah.
They scored. Yeah.
But Arsenal give away chances as well. They give a lot of chances away at times as well. Yeah. So people talk about us breaking our low blocks. That's true. But also, we also give teams chances as well. So when you give teams chances and then you get the transition or the counter attack, who better to have than a player like Gyokeres who has pace, that can run in from behind, and the most important aspect of his game is finishing. People don't talk about finishing anymore. People want to talk about his link-up play, how good he is in the air. Can he do 100 kick-ups? You know what I mean? Can he nutmeg players? Listen, bro, yeah? I just want my striker, to put the ball in the net. I want him to be selfish. I want him to say, listen, Saka, bro, I'm taking this penalty. I want him to have that kind of selfish mentality where he always wants to score goals. That's the striker I want in our team right now. I'm starving. Bro, I've not eaten for 3 years. I've not had a burger. I've not had no chicken 5 years. I've not had no chicken and rice. I've not had no curry goat, no curry oxtail, no peanut punch. I ain't had none of that. Yeah? My bones, you can see my bones hanging out. I need it. I need to see it. I need to see my striker, bro.
Yeah, I hear it. DG2 said, Gyokeres my first choice, Watkins was my second choice. Here's the thing with me on Gyokeres, yeah? When you watch a game of football, often there's a game within the game that gets lost in the scoreline sometimes. So, for example, I used the Arsenal versus when we played Sporting and we beat them 5-1. Because we beat them 5-1, anything else that happened in the game seems to be irrelevant. But the game was in the game. Because we were linked with him, I was watching him closely. And I'm here to tell you, and everyone in the chat who didn't watch that game, I'm sure you all did. But this was my takeaway from the game. There were very few number 9s in the world that make our center backs look uncomfortable. We played Holland last year. Gabriel completely looked comfortable against them, even with 10 men. Never looked nervous, none of that. It was Isak in the semifinals when we played Newcastle that made our center back.
Oh, we've got to pause for a second.
Uh-oh. Oh, damn. I've been looking over there.
I'm even going off screen.
Follow me. I'm so sophisticated to get a verse from me. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry. Every day I'm hustling. Who you suckers think you're tripping with? Yes, I'm the I'm burning purple flowers. It's burning my chest. I bury the most.
Maybach music.
He is here, people. The boss. Got the whole montage this morning.
Bro.
E-Ross even gets an air horn. E-Ross has entered the chat, people. Completely interrupted my flow. But it's okay. That's okay because he is E-Ross.
When E-Ross enters the building, bro, I just stopped talking. I know what's coming. Bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the game when he made our center backs look uncomfortable, bro, that's the thing that I like my strikers to do. Make the center backs look uncomfortable and make them second guess you. And I think when he comes, the best defense in the Prem 2 years in a row, we both will midfield, not really concerned there. Is their attack where I lose sleep over, bro. We need a striker that can make defenders lose sleep. So yeah, I agree with DG too. Gyokeres my first choice. I won't be crying if Ollie Watkins was the second choice either. So you know.
No, I wouldn't be crying about him being second choice either. Do you know what I mean? I rate Ollie Watkins as well. But I'm still let me ask you something, or maybe let me make some statement. Yeah. Do you think Arteta has done enough for next season to compete, especially knowing that this could be his last season in charge? Do you think he's done enough in terms of the market?
That's a great question, you know. And I think the squad was good enough to win something last year and the year before that. That's why I put pressure on Arteta. It's not that if I know the squad wasn't good enough, I wouldn't be bothered. I wouldn't be sitting here asking for a new manager. But I think the squad is good enough to win something.
But you said last season.
And the one before that.
But last season, I suppose you've got the injuries, but our squad wasn't big enough last season.
Yeah, but even with the injuries, we dropped 21 points from winning position. So we were winning the games and end up losing or drawing and dropping.
So that shows you that our squad isn't good. Sorry, our team isn't good enough. That's what it actually tells you. We're not good enough, because if we're dropping points from winning positions, that goes to show. And you know what I'm going to say, the M word. You know I'm going to say the M word. You know I'm going to say the M word. Mentality. So also, if you talk about the M word, mentality, then that goes back to the manager as well. And the manager is too emotional as far as I'm concerned. He's like the fans. We're too emotional. Yeah. Our players are too emotional, and they feed off his emotion. So when you say we're good enough to win the league last season, not
win the league last season. Win something. We were in 2 semifinals.
No, but even in the cups, we didn't. Listen, we got smacked up by Newcastle. Slapped up by Newcastle. Mentally, physically, no chance. Yeah. The season before, I can understand what you mean, because we came up short 2 seasons. But even then, BBK, the manager got it to a point where he didn't know how to manage his teams between Villa and the Bayern Munich game, and then again we became unstuck again. So this is why I asked the question, because I think we have good players. I think we have very good players, but we don't have the players that have the mentality to take us over the line. I just don't think we have those players in our team.
I think the mentality of the team and the tone is set by the manager. And I think most of those games that we drop points in from winning positions, I can point directly back to the manager, because when we were up, instead of continuing to play football that got us in the lead in the first place, he decided to give them the ball and just sit back. And I don't care how good your defense is. You decide to play without the ball for 35 minutes, you will make a mistake. This is the Premier League for a reason. The 20 best teams in England. You just let another team have the ball and pass around. Someone will mentally switch off. Someone will forget to track their runner. Someone might slip. It's football. Things will happen. So a lot of the games that we drop points in, even the Villa game, up 2-0, decided to start, just let Villa have the ball. You can't do that. You continue to play football. Worst case scenario, you lose the game 3-1. You draw 3-2, and we're in trouble. We did that way too many times. And going into the PSG game away, he played the entire team. Meanwhile, PSG rested everybody for the second leg. And we were the ones who were down 1-0. So most of these losses and most of these drop points, I can point directly back to the manager. It's foggy now because it was a while ago. But when you do content, you pay close attention to these things. And if anyone will ask me if I have an agenda against Arteta, I'll plead guilty. I'll plead guilty just because I know that the team is good enough to win something. You know, they were good enough to win that. But as far as the question that you asked was, is the team good enough to compete? Yes, but I think we need to go away from compete. We need to win. I don't think we have.
No. I don't say compete. Are we good enough to win next season? Not compete. Anyone can compete in this league. Yeah.
I know about that.
The only one thing we need to do is get over the line. That's what we need to do. Remember, second to first. Yeah. That's what we need to do. Even in that semi-final, yeah, just by losing one player in Thomas Partey, we went for 10 minutes in that game. We had a 10-minute spell where we looked dominant. We missed a couple of chances, Declan Rice header, and that was it. It was all over. It was all over. So these are the things that either we learn from or we continue season upon season, yeah, until we win something, yeah, of note. I just can't see it. I can't see it. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know how it's. We just need to get over the line with something.
In spite of the shortcomings of the manager, I do believe this team can win something because I think we're better than Palace. Palace left with something. I think we're a better team than Newcastle. They left with something. So, like, I would be a fool to be just sitting here beating the drum of Arteta out if I thought the team was shit, right? Because I don't see Brighton fans talking about Fabian Hurstler out because they know what Brighton
He's
are.
a good manager, you know.
He's a good manager, but they're a selling team and they sell their best players and all this other stuff. This team is with the money spent and the quality of the players that we have. I don't expect us to go on another entire campaign and walk away with empty hands. I don't. I'm expecting something from this bunch, or it's just, you know, it's completely failed. And let's blow it up. Let's blow it all up. You know, let's get money for who we can get, and let's give a new manager a chance. But yeah, hand on heart, going into next season, I expect us to be in a final somewhere. I actually think we have a better chance of winning one of the cups than the actual Premier League. The luck of the draw.
Well, I'm glad you got that chessboard because remember, there's going to be other teams also competing for that as well. So we will see. Can I just do something though, quickly though, people? Yeah, I'm going to paste the link in the chat. Yeah, we have a new channel called Enemy Lines. It's a new panel chat. If you can all subscribe to that channel, if you get a moment, please. I'm just pasting it now. Want to get up to 100 subscribers? I think we're on 74 or 72 or something like that. Listen, people, fire. There's fire on this channel, so make sure we uploaded a video last night. Me, BBK, the Red Podcast, and Specs, and all that kind of stuff. D-Man. So make sure you go and subscribe to this channel, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
so go on, BBK.
I'm gonna pin it. I'm gonna pin it right now in my chat as well, if I can see it. But yeah, man, it's do or die, isn't it? Like
it's do or die next season. It's not a top four thing. It's not a top four thing because Arteta's job is safe if he gets top four again. And no matter how disenchanted and unhappy the fans will be, he will keep his job if he comes top four, regardless of if he wins anything or not.
You think so? Even if we stumble into it, like a slugfest, like we need.
Unless the fans put pressure on him, he will keep his job because it's him and the owners, isn't it? Anything outside of that top four, then he's going to be in trouble. He's going to be in trouble. If he gets into that top four, He gets another chance to blag the fans, another chance to say, you know, it wasn't a great season, but we made Champions League. He has to finish outside of the top 4, top 5 or whatever, for the fans and the club to actually turn 360 on him. 100%.
Big up to Mr. Bat with the 3 Ps. Yeah, man, they absolutely trigger me, bro. Especially the patience one. I can block out the phase and the process because I know that's all PR, right? But the patience one, right? Like I actually think we are the most patient fan base. We're the most patient fan base, bro. Because I really don't think Real Madrid, Barcelona, not even Chelsea are waiting 21 years for a league title and then being told to be more patient. So I think we're too patient. That's why we get taken the mickey out of. I really do. That's why it triggers me. It's like, how dare you? How dare I put any demands on the manager and the club? You know, big up to LFC Monster. Very true mentality. We signed Worse and Frimpong, who are invincible. So bring them even more mentality monsters on top of who we already got. Yeah, you got a team full of Premier League winners, bro. An entire team full of Premier League winners. I think only Zubimendi in this Arsenal team has won something, and I think that's only with the national team. Also, Bournemouth home game up 1-0, made subs by bringing Odegaard and Saka, and yet still end up losing. Yeah. Immediately after the red card, he took off Sterling and brought on, I think, Kivior to invite pressure on for more than a half. I thought it would at least try to get to halftime and then make his adjustment there, but he immediately panicked. And we'll end up losing the game 2-0.
Another thing is that don't get spoken on as well, yeah, is that we're bringing in these players, yeah, but the existing players at the club have to perform as well. It's not just about the new players coming in. The existing players have to put in their all. You know, they have to be better than they were last season, because despite all the injuries and the bare bones, we still were terrible in games. You know, terrible in games. Yeah. You know, 14 draws. Yeah. You know, that's a team competing for the league, by the way. 14 draws.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot.
Embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Too many, and too many of them were from winning positions. It wouldn't sting as much if we were down and then equalized. But yeah, we lost the lead. It felt like 3 points dropped.
And the crazy thing as well, yeah, is that we like to boast about the top 4 record that we have, yeah. But what has that got us, man? What has that won us?
Right?
It's not won us anything, bro.
Yeah, bro. Absolutely nothing. Big up to the assembly. So, do you think that Arsenal have fooled the entire fan base into believing that we can achieve, but somehow keep coming up short? So, one of the things that I have told Shane Gooner and some other people that I have streamed with on the Bruce Banana, I said one of the biggest things Arteta has done was convince a big part of the fan base that our banter era was over. Right, but it hasn't, because in second we still get punched up when we finish second 3 years in a row, and that's because we haven't left with anything, and our rivals keep getting to finals and keep winning. But he can fool us into believe that we can't win, but the players, his voice to the players is what I'm concerned about, because if the players aren't buying what he's selling, then we will continue to come up short. The fans can stop believing, but if the players stop, then we are truly, truly done, because it's going to take a while for us to rebuild this squad. If he lets Saliba go and then all of a sudden Saka wants to go, it's going to take a while and a lot more money to get that kind of quality back into the squad, or some serious scouting like them Brighton, man, get them South American kids. You've had your chance to have your Rodgers Klopp moment last summer with Hansi Flick. I mean, I think we have our own Morgan Rodgers in the squad and Skelly, but I don't know. He just keep playing him at left back, even though he has all the qualities of a midfielder still. DG2 said 100% on last season. Once we went ahead, the team sat back too much. Next season cannot do that. Must finish games. Oh yeah, we must, bro. You cannot just invite pressure onto your defense. Like, men get tired. You know, our center backs play for club and country. Like, Saliba is starting center back for France as well. So and you know how they play.
Do we have enough cover in terms of, like, if Gyokeres get injured, we're down to Havertz again. Maybe Jesus comes in. If Zubimendi comes in, who's our backup DM? Is it Norgard?
Yeah, it's no good.
So now, when you start to think, if things happen now, yeah, does that team look like it? If it went down to that situation, does that sound like a team that I don't know, man, can get over the line?
It depends on when that injury or that rotation happens. Like if that rotation happens sandwiched between two Champions League games and Man City away and St. James's
That can
Park.
happen though. That's a reality,
Yeah,
isn't it?
and with our luck, it probably will. But if it happens with Sunderland and not an easy run, but lesser competition of a run, then we might get away with it. But you need some type of luck during the Premier League season, right? You need something to fall your way. But yeah, if it happens at the wrong time, and knowing Arsenal, it probably will happen at the wrong time, then it could be tricky. But we may be able to finagle our way out of it. And if it happens before January, after January, you can react with a transfer window alone, that type of stuff. So over the course of a season, it depends on when those injuries and those rotations happen. Look at the window; it's different from last year.
If quick question, yeah, if Konate goes to, because there's been talk about Konate going to Real Madrid, does that mean we keep Saliba still?
I hope so.
PSG.
Yeah, I think that'll cool the interest and the noise a little bit because they signed that kid from Bournemouth already, right? They signed Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Militao still there. But I think if Saliba really wants to go there, he fancies himself to start over all of them. I think he's better than all of them. But there's something I wanted to ask you, bro. With the Rodrygo thing, like you see in the thumbnails, Rodrygo, Liverpool is interested. Arsenal are supposedly interested. I think if Rodrygo has to make a decision, he might lean toward Liverpool because they're Liverpool, right? They're the Premier League champions. They're Champions League heritage. He plays for Real Madrid. He knows all about Champions League heritage. So we can't pretend like his head can't be turned. However, I think he does stay at Real Madrid, but I think it's going to be very important what happens with Xabi Alonso because I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I don't think he is safe.
Serious?
Yeah, I don't think he's safe. The way they went out of that Club World Cup, he looks flustered. He looks like he's not settled on the lineup. And if they start slow, if they are 10 points behind Barcelona by Christmas, he's gone.
Yeah, but who comes in for him?
They'll find someone, bro. They'll go get Inzaghi from South. They'll do whatever they need to do. I don't think he is safe. I really don't. It's a rocky start. They went trophyless last year, damn near.
They're not looking like the old Real Madrid, are they? Right now, in the Club World Cup, they weren't looking like the old Real Madrid. Football flowing. Yeah. Anything can happen, but I just don't think that. I just don't think that Rodrygo. We've spoken about Rodrygo wanting him all this time, but Rodrygo comes with a winning mentality. I don't think he would want to come to Arsenal. Liverpool are the team that, you know what I'm saying, they won the Premier League last. It's more easy for me to sell a winning club to yourself than someone that's got potential of winning. Yeah, you might have all the nice merch. Yes, you might be runners up and stuff like that. But you would have also heard the banter about our club as well. Yeah, your bottlers. He would have heard all of this kind of stuff. Yeah? But he knows that Liverpool are an institution, and Liverpool, in the Champions League, they went toe to toe with PSG. Liverpool could have probably, if they beat PSG, they probably could have won the Champions League.
Yeah,
they possibly could have won the Champions League. Could you say the same thing about Arsenal?
I mean, I think we gave PSG a good, based on how PSG punched up everyone else. We look at PSG before the Chelsea game. We were lauding PSG as the best team in the world. They're their midfield best in the world, right back, left, their fullbacks best in the world. Ballon d'Or winning Dembele, Barcola was doing step overs and doing his best run. They were just and they beat us 3-1 in aggregate. And I think Saka missed a couple of sitters in those games. Like we had our chances. So I think, looking over the course of the season, I do believe If we had a gunman striker, if we weren't playing with Mariano up front, would give PSG, a better shot. But on the Rodrygo thing, still, I really believe he will stay there and see what happens with Xavi Alonso. Because a new manager can come in and be like, "Hey, you are my starting left winger. I don't have any loyalties to Vinicius. You are my starting left winger." And then, because he wants to be at Real Madrid, right? He does not want to be looked at as a Real Madrid washout. That's a big thing for them Brazilians. If R9 is your idol, and all those Brazilians who played for Real Madrid, you want to be there. You don't want to leave there and go to Arsenal. So, but if at the end of the day, if Real Madrid make it clear that you're going to be playing out of position and you will be third choice, fourth choice, you probably won't be wearing that Brazil uniform in 2026. So I think that will play on him. But that I'll say let's keep an eye on the Xavi Alonso hot seat, because last year when they won the Champions League and the double and all that, I made a controversial statement at the time when they signed Mbappe. I was like, okay, the best team in the world. They just signed probably the best player in the world, but I don't think they win the Champions League next year. And everyone was like, what? He upsets the balance of their team. He did. And it's gonna take a while for them to work him out.
The thing is, with Liverpool, they're quite reactionary. They're quite reactionary, aren't they? So if Diaz goes, that leaves a space open, isn't it? So big up to TK in the building.
This is where you say they're fired. He's a Catalonian nationalist, but I don't think he'll ever.
I'm telling you, man. Make sure you go and subscribe to TKA people as well, man. My brother as well. So yeah, Liverpool. I think they would go hard for Rodrygo if they get the money for Diaz. If Diaz goes wherever, I think they go for Rodrygo. So, and I think they'll leave the door possibly open for January as well, if things are not cool with Diaz leaving.
Yeah, they rejected a bid for Diaz, right, for Bayern Munich. I think they rejected a bid because Bayern didn't meet the. But I think Bayern will come back, and they need some more creativity in the wake of the Sané departure, in the wake of the Musiala injury. So yeah, I really think. I don't know if the links are concrete. I haven't seen it, from the people that I listen to reporting links from Liverpool to Rodrygo. But at the end of the day, if it's a bidding war between us and them, he goes there. And I don't, we turning up at Anfield in match week 3 with Noni and Havertz, and they got Rodrygo and Salah and Ekitike, then it's long. Even though I trust our defense. And they're not infallible. They do make mistakes. They do have,
yeah, but we really need to go to Anfield, and do something, because it's been years since we've done anything at Anfield. Yeah, we get the odd draw and stuff, but we need to go to Anfield and get 3 points, man. It's been years, 2012 or something like that.
Yeah, we need to go there and win. We need to go to the Etihad and win. Like, we need to go to these places and make statements. Like 2025, 2026 need to be the year Arsenal makes statements, bro. Like, break the curse, break the 5-year curse. All these places that we haven't won, go there, not only win but dominate. Give us something to cheer about, man. Give us something. To do that, you go into the season with your Eze, with your Rodrygo, with your Gyokeres. Get the deals done. There is no way we should be accepting the club flying all the way to Singapore without a striker when we've been calling for a striker for not one, but 2 seasons now. Absolute criminal. Come on, Berta. You still think Berta is cooking, yeah?
Well, there's a time where you got to take the food off the stove, and just, you know what I'm saying, let everything cool down. Do you know what I mean? And I still need him to cook a little bit more, to be honest. Because as I said, we've got Ethan, but we need someone with experience, man. Yeah. We need an attacking midfield with experience. Someone that's going to put Odegaard. And this is the problem I have with our manager, is that Odegaard's not going to get dropped. But when you bring in an Eze now, that kind of like, it kind of mixes things up a bit now. Odegaard's now looking over his shoulder now because we've got Eze that can come in. Maybe you can play them both together. I don't know, but yeah, we need someone that's gonna. We need someone to challenge Odegaard as well, because I'm not happy with him playing week upon weekend and his form is just down the drain. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and all these other teams as well. We're talking about we could win something. Look at Chelsea. Chelsea gonna be on something next season as well. Spurs, maybe. We laughed at Spurs and everything, but they haven't finished. I don't think they finished in the transfer window. And Spurs scored a lot of goals last season as well. It's just that their defense was rubbish.
Yeah.
But teams are going to give us problems next season. I know we've got a good defense, but nah, we need to finish games, get the 3 points, and get the hell out of there.
Yeah. Diaz leaving, says Raheem Buckham. You have to remember, most of the season Diaz was playing false nine, but that was not because Diaz wanted to leave. That's because Nunez is shit. That's because
you still need numbers. You still need numbers to come in, and Diaz, he's not a false nine, even though he may have played there. He's been playing on the wing most of his career.
Bayern taking the piss with their second Diaz bid. Diaz price, which Bayern and Barca know. So whoever pays up, he leaves. Rodrygo will be our choice of replacement, says LFC Monster. So Liverpool, that's for Diaz. 75 mil for Diaz. Okay. I mean, I think that's fair market value. If Elanga is going for 60, for 55, 60, I think 70, 75 is fair market value for I think Liverpool. I think you might even accept 65, 68 million. Big up to Mr. Batter. Understand Isaac has been given initial green light to start discussion with Al. What talks ongoing with the Saudi clubs and his agent? Jordy Dredd's gonna have a meltdown. Jordy Dredd might have a meltdown if Saudi come listen to Isaac. Big up to boy 10 against the Liverpool looking to sell Diaz. Meanwhile, the equivalent of him, Martinelli, has been kept and no one interested in him. Yeah, and Martinelli's wages is a problem as well. Martinelli is on 180. I think Diaz is on like 60K a week or something like that. So
it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, if you're a big club and you look at Diaz, who's a Premier League winner and all this stuff, Colombian international, and you can actually pay him a decent wage without breaking your wage structure, much more attractive than out of for Martinelli, who was on 180K. It's
what's your feelings about Martinelli next season? This is a make or break season for Martinelli, isn't it? Because he's not been great, and for the amount of money he's on, we're not getting the best output out of him, are we?
Yeah, I've kind of accepted Martinelli for what he is. I think that that first title charge in 22-23 was that's the ceiling. I think that's the highest we're going to get out of him. And so I don't get upset at him because I know he has reached his ceiling. I just think people were expecting him to go another level, or the same people who would look at Kai Havertz and think he can score 20 goals a season. He'll never hit that. That's just not who he is. Martinelli, he'll never be that winger that can, put 4 or 5 men on their butts, like a Estevao and do, the Jaco Bonito, je ne sais quoi type thing. He's not that guy. He is head down, boot speed, kick and run. Scans here just to ruin that. Well, all right, Scans, I'm a fan now. No more Noni slander. He is an Arsenal player. Noni deal just signed, says Scans TV.
There we go.
So what number did he take? Or did they mention that?
Don't give him 14, man. Please don't, man. That should be reserved. Hey, do you know what? We should actually retire that shirt.
They should give him the number 20. Give him the number 20. It's of no consequence. It's a respectable number, right? But the only attacking number available at the club right now is 10 and 14. Maybe when Martinelli goes, he can have that 11. But yeah, as of now, give him number 20. Yeah, give him number 20. Watch Al Hilal buy him back on loan. Buy him and loan him back to Newcastle. Some creative account. Oh, Mr. Batter. I've heard this before. Saudi clubs helping Premier League clubs with their PSR. They buy the player and then loan him back. I can see it. Boy, Tense, I have bigger problems with Rice in the 8 than Odegaard. Also expected Odegaard to have a good season on the account of Zubimendi being in the team. that's the thing. With Odegaard needs to have a good season because you're Odegaard and you have quality. What I don't like about Odegaard is that when and not just Odegaard, quite a few of our players, they play well based on who else is on the team or who else is playing. Yeah, just pull your weight.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You don't take man to the bank with you when your check's being deposited. You earn your money, bro. He's good when this guy's next to him. He's good when that guy's next to him. Come on. Earn your money. Big up to Dal. We need to link up soon. Hey, Dal. Big up,
Big
hey,
up,
man.
I think he's coming to the UK as well,
He's been active in the chat.
Definitely have to hook up, man. Definitely have to hook up when you're over here.
Hey, I'm gonna send you a message, Dal. So check your Instagram here soon, my guy. Big up to you and big up to every single one in the chat. People, make sure you are subscribing and subbing to Waffle Don. Make sure you are doing so. Big up to the Latvian Guna who's confirming that Isak is talking to Al Hilal. So man is sending signal to Newcastle now, like, okay, you man made them go get Ekitike. And I really wanted to go there. So now I need to go find me a home. Martinelli won't be good again because Rice is playing at left center mid. It's that simple. So that's the thing. That's the thing, Bortendi. That's the narrative I was hearing. It's the Xhaka season. Xhaka was playing further front and unlocked Martinelli. And then Havertz didn't work out there. The left CM hasn't worked, so why Martinelli hasn't cooked? I think he hasn't cooked because when I watched him, I see poor fundamentals. Like coaches used to make me run laps if I dribbled the ball with my head down. You can't see your teammates. You can't see the defenders. Look up, feel the ball at your feet, become one with the ball, be comfortable, dribble through the cones. Those drills, Martinelli. There is no way he passed those dribble through the cone drills as a youngster without looking down. Because it's instincts. When he feels that the ball is getting away from him, he's forced to look down and doesn't see the defender coming in and just clatters him. And don't know why he never reeled Martinelli as a striker. I don't know. Maybe he has in training and it just hasn't worked. But training, match day, we haven't seen Madueke 20. He's taking 20. Okay, yeah. I don't know if you're just saying that because I said it or you're telling me that he did, but I don't want to see the 14 nowhere near that boy. Why take on that pressure, bro? You don't need that pressure. You need to come to Arsenal and play as freely as you can. I don't need any more pressure on Noni. Thierry Noni, what they call him. Diaz holding up a lot of moves, I think. Get him gone then. Get him gone. Would you take Diaz?
Not for that price, no. Not for the price Liverpool are asking, but as a player, I would probably take him. But there's also Gordon as well. Bro, man, the left side is not left in at the moment, man. It's not great, is it? It's not great. The player I did like was that Conte Sal from Juve. I would have taken him as well.
Yeah, good player.
I just think Diaz going on 29, still a solid player, but for that price, nah. 100 million, nah.
Yeah, he's a good player. Arsenal fans in the chat, would you take Luis Diaz at Arsenal as our starting left winger? Would you? I'm actually giving it some thought, I can't just dismiss it. Like, is he better than Madueke?
Yes.
Yeah, so there we go. That alone makes me have to consider it. That by itself me can't just be like, nah, I don't want him. Because if Madueke is meant to be anything on our left wing, I think Diaz, his output is not great, but I don't know, more the same player, isn't it? I think you
know what? I've seen him do some techie stuff though on the pitch, though, Diaz, man.
Yeah,
he's got some mad stuff in it on the pitch at times. Like, raw.
For club and country, I've seen him cook
for
club.
Yeah, definitely. But I just think it's like I want a young player on that side doing craziness. That's what I want.
Yeah, Boy 10 said you can say players should be better individually, but if there's a midfielder in your team who couldn't spot a pass, and what exactly would
you're talking about Marino, innit?
No, he's talking about when I say Odegaard is playing better or should play better when this player is next to him, but be better individually, like do your job, pull your weight. But for example, Martinelli, I don't think Martinelli poor plays because no one can spot him. My problem with Martinelli is with the ball at his feet.
His decision making is he's. Do you know what? If you talk about Martinelli, yeah, he's one of them players like Theo Walcott. Theo Walcott used to be a player that had loads of speed, and he was decent on the ball. But what his problem is when he used to think too much, he was, you know what I mean, he wasn't very good. But when he was instinctive and he didn't think and he got the shot off earlier, he was a deadly player. I think with Martinelli, we can blame coaching as well. Let's be honest. Coaching has a lot to do with why Martinelli still plays with his head down, runs into dead ends, doesn't always make the right decision either. But there's a lot of good things about Martinelli as well. I know Tony can't stand him as well. There are good things about him, but sometimes it's just, I think his brain just thinks too quickly sometimes. This head down thing, and you're going to see it time after time. This player.
Yeah, it's poor fundamentals, bro. It's poor fundamentals. And the reason why fans get frustrated with it is because when I'm at work at my regular job on the clock, he is on the pitch. That's his work. That is your job. So you perfect your craft. Like you should be working on this daily. And if you work on something consistently for an entire year, you should get better at it. If you work on something for 5 years, you should be an expert at it. But he's been doing the same thing since he came to the club. So he relies on his instincts and his speed too much instead of, just playing good fundamental football. Because Mitoma isn't quick. He's not blessed with pace, but he's good with the ball at his feet that he can manipulate the defenders. Yeah. Let's see if Martinelli gets a fresh impetus with
Martinelli is lightning quick, And the thing is, when you see him run, it looks like he's not even making any effort when he's running. Have you noticed? You don't seem like that guy has got stamina, man.
Yeah, and sometimes because he's so fast, he misjudges the ball and kicks it to run onto it and then just kick it out of bounds. When you dribble, the ball is supposed to be right at your feet. Right at your feet. Right there. You feel it. You just watch how Neymar ball.
Yeah, that's why Rodrygo, is good at that dribble.
Yeah, I thought their price for him was set down to €75. Yeah, that's a good deal for Diaz. Like I said, if Elanga is going for almost 60, I can see
he's experienced as well, isn't it? Winner, Premier League winner as well.
Yeah. The assembler, Martinelli is a center forward and nothing else. He developed keeping his head down whenever since Blunderman started to coach him. One to watch. I know that Saka's starting to develop the head down. I have no worries about Saka. The way Saka shields the ball and gets by his man, I'm calm. I'm calm. Maybe he's looking down at the feet coming to kick him because he knows there's 4 feet there because he's always being doubled up on. Because that's the team strategy. You stop Saka and you stop Arsenal. Martinelli had Xhaka giving him the ball in good moments where he didn't matter if he dribbled with his head down. I mean, if Martinelli's biggest strength is running onto the ball and knocking it across goal or putting it in the far corner, I'm cool with that. It's just at some point teams will force you to do what you're not good at. Teams will force you.
How are you going to unlock a low block like that? Because you're not always going to be in that situation.
Yeah, very difficult.
Where the ball's over the top or a pass is there and you're running onto it. There's going to be times where teams stand up against you, defense stands up against you. You've got to have a little bit of guile about you instead of just like pace all the time. Because when Martinelli can't go forward, he plays it back. He hardly ever goes to the byline, and waits for his team members to join in the attack. So it'd be interesting to see how he works with Gyokeres when Gyokeres comes in with a actually proper striker, box crashing late as well. So it'd be interesting, and to use your left foot a bit more as well because you're very footed. Use your left foot, man. Get that ball in.
Yeah, Boy Tense, I'm talking about Rice. His passing is the worst in our midfield by far. Declan is not known for his passing range. Declan Rice is known for his engine, his set pieces, breaking up play, that type of stuff. So that's what he's good at. But if he could work on his passing, That would be Oscar. Then we'll have him, Zubimendi, and Odegaard, who actually has good passing tech, proper weight on the ball, and all that. Walcott had genius midfielders put him in good positions for him to make use of his attributes. When you've got Santi, Jose, these are the men, these are the levels, these are proper CMs giving you the ball at good moments. You're gonna look good. Hey, I hear it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Big up to Boy 10 for his astute comments, showing off his football knowledge. Big up to Dal again, says, will much change anywhere with Odegaard pulling the strings? I mean, Zubimendi is meant to be a deep line playmaker as well, right? That's what I've been. I didn't watch much of Sociedad, but when I see him with Spain, he does make it tick with Rodri and Fabian Ruiz. So, nothing but the best for him. I hope he comes in, hit the ground running, Old Trafford away. I want to see him knock circles around them at Old Trafford. And then, all will be forgotten. All will be forgotten and forgiven. Big up Mr. Barrett said, like Mikel Arteta, Noni is one of the most talented wide forward players in the Premier League. At just 23, he brings experience to the club and international football. That was one of two, and there was another one. Having seen the quality of Nani's performance up close, we are really excited. We're excited, guys. Excited, guys. Very excited, guys. Like I said, Mr. Barrett, as of now, as of June 18th, I am a Noni Madueke fan. Boyten says Zubimendi is going to be immense. I hope so. Facts, Abs, he's had his moments. Fair enough. Fair enough. A bit, brother Abs. I wish I could have told you today on today's warm-up that, hey, Gyokeres done. We're moving on to Eze. But as of today, my bro, we've just had replacements and depth. We haven't added anything to the squad. Arsenal Football Club have not had any serious additions yet. So my transfer window is still a strong 3. Maybe next week when we have our Glock 9, our Glock 19, and we're moving to put Eze in that number 10 shirt.
Madueke has been thinged in it. I can see pictures of him with Berta, Arteta now, so that's official now. So Madueke is an Arsenal player.
Yeah, and I'm a fan. Noni, Thierry Henry, come on, my bro. Make your statement.
There's a picture of him, man. There's a picture there.
Make us proud. Make us proud, Nani. I actually don't want to hear him speak. I don't want to read a statement. I want to. If he gives an interview, I want to hear him speak. And
there's a picture, man. I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Can you see here?
Oh, I see him. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, big smile. All teeth. All teeth. Okay. It's official, people. Nani is a Arsenal football player. I won't be buying the kid.
No more Chelsea players unless we're buying Palmer or Caicedo.
Oh, bro, the Yasser going to be in here in a minute talking about the tax man. Yasser the tax man is going to come in here talking about run my money. Or next year, after next season, Arsenal link with Chelsea midfielder Dewsbury Hall.
Let me ask you a question quickly before we wrap up here. Can Madueke do something at Arsenal? Can he become the player that we think he can become or not? Put you on the spot there, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the easy answer is to say, I hope so. I wish him nothing but the best. He's an Arsenal player. I have to back him. However, Noni Madueke wouldn't have been my first choice to sign on either wing if I'm building a title-winning football team. That's the best answer I can give. He wouldn't be my first choice.
No, I'm not asking you about first choice or anything. We've had this conversation from weeks now. Can he be that player now? Now he's an Arsenal player.
That's how I feel about it.
Is that frustration there, or is that?
That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. Still, we've signed worse players.
No, because you know what? Yeah, I've got to play the devil's advocate sometimes. You can't just be all like. Can he do something at Arsenal on that? Is he coming in on the right? Is he playing on the left? Because Martinelli's still got the left lockdown. So if he's coming on the last 10 minutes of a game, can he do something against opposition that are tiring?
Yeah. So over the course of this season, you're gonna see games where Noni Madueke cooks. He's gonna cook. There's some games he's gonna cook. And anyone who disagrees with his signing, who watched your content, who watched mine, who watched anyone who said we shouldn't have signed him, they'll come for you. But then there will be games where he's absolute ass. And then we're going to be like, which one is the real Madueke? But then we look at the Chelsea 32 games that he played last season, and we were like, okay, we had the answer, but we thought we could make him different. We thought we could change him, and we couldn't. But yeah, I think he absolutely can do bits. But until he does, so Wirtz is coming in, everyone is giving him the benefit of the doubt, right? He is innocent.
Because he's 100 mil, yeah.
He's coming in, he is innocent and proven guilty. Noni is coming in, he is guilty. He has to prove
yeah.
So that's
because it's Arsenal as well. Because it's Arsenal as well. Everyone at Arsenal is guilty until proven innocent.
Yep.
I'm drinking that Kool-Aid, my bro, and I'm enjoying it in this hot 28-degree weather. Loving it, my brother.
Yeah. You bought two Chelsea players when it's normally one, so next summer it should be Chelsea.
I know you just skipped that comment before.
I got it.
Yeah,
I got it. In all seriousness, he is 23 at anyone. 23, anyone can improve, but not under this
exactly.
manager.
Exactly. But not under this manager yet. Yeah.
But here's the thing: I hear the 23 shout, but guess who's also 23? Yeah, him. Saka. Saka's 23 years old.
Is he 23?
Yeah.
He's 20. No, he's not 23. He's 24 now, isn't he? Hold on. Yeah, he's 23.
So that's why I don't give him the age excuse, because Bukayo Saka is 23 now. He was cooking 4 years ago when he was 19.
Cooking.
You know, so I hear the age thing, but I also don't hear it, if you understand what I'm saying.
December's, I've seen the December just putting some little digs on me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know what?
Progression. Big up to the December.
The funny thing is, he would either be good or he's either going to be crap. Yeah, there's no middle ground with Madueke in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's going to be games where he's good, but mainly because people have a negative outlook on him already. They're literally just like wanting him to fail already, innit? But I don't think like everyone else, do you know what I'm saying? Because if this is what I don't understand about football fans, yeah? City had a great player like Jack Grealish on their bench for, he was 100 million, yeah? You know, there's Højlund from Man United, not the greatest player. He was like 70 mil or 50 or 60 mil on the bench. We're going to have players that are going to click, and we're going to have players that don't click for our team. We're going to have players that are expensive that are on the bench. We're going to have players that are not expensive on the bench. As if we look at Madueke as a squad player, yes, he's a very expensive squad player. But if he can come in and do something, when Saka's tiring, he comes on and he does something, I will appreciate that. You know, I'm not going to be looking at him first game and saying, oh, this guy is terrible, this guy's this, because he's got some attributes. He's got pace. He can run with the ball. He can do his step overs and stuff like that. You know, he's got some qualities that Arsenal need, and sometimes you've got to think outside of the box, and rather than just having the sheep herd mentality and just because everyone else believes in believes this and believes his shit and believes in all that, I don't have to believe like everyone else. Do you know what I'm saying? I've got a brain. Yeah, God gave me a brain to use it. Do you know what I'm saying? If I see that he's not performing, I'll critique it. You know what I am like, guys. Yeah, I don't mess about when it comes to the critiquing of our players. It's easy to critique, but it's more difficult to praise, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm hoping that I'm able to praise him. So let's see what he's got. He's an Arsenal player. Notice I'm not going to say this back in there. I'm not going to do Let's get together and back this. No, I'm not going to do none of that. Let's just see what he's got, yeah. And let's see, yeah. Let's just see what he's got.
Yeah. Hey, he's probably got a chant being written for him right now. Still, that that will sing. How many million down the drain? Noni scores again. But yeah, bro. We're
listen. I'll tell you something. This guy's gonna have a bandana on in about 2-3 weeks.
Yeah,
watch. This guy's gonna have a bandana on, and he's gonna be like.
Yeah, man. I wish Noni nothing but the best, man. I completely.
You can't wear a red bandana, can you?
Nah. Red, blue, even purple. I done lost track of the colors that they have now. But yeah, man. Noni Madueke fan. He's an Arsenal player. We'll see. Noni, are you okay? Are you okay?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You've been hit by. You've been hit by. Yeah. And then a merchant is at Arsenal, bro. But yeah, man. Big up to Abs. Big up to the chat. Big up to Mr. Battered Organ Gooner, the Latvian Gooner, all the Gooners, the assembled LFC monster. Big up to you, bro. Appreciate you coming in with your trolling, putting your foot in our necks as you always do. Big up to all the Liverpool fans. Big up to Scans that checked in earlier, man. What you got coming up later on, bro, for the weekend or anything? Anything we need to look out for? More Daily Waffle?
Yeah, man. Daily Waffle tomorrow. I'm supposed to be working with your boy, actually. What's his name? Kapu Eki? What's his name? Kapu Meki? The guy you had on the Arsenal fan.
Which one? Cap Esposa. Okay.
Yeah. He messaged me. He wanted to do a show, so look out for that. Yeah. He reached out to me. Look out for that. I might have something with Craig as well on Sunday as well. I might do a live with Craig outside. Okay. So look out for that. Because he don't live too far away from me, so we might do a live outside. So yeah, we got stuff coming up this weekend. So just make sure you put on the notification bell on both channels because we active, man. We active in this.
We active, but bro, next week this time we'll be able to talk about if you watch it, how we played against AC and how the team looks and all that. So
yeah, Wednesday's our first game at 12 p.m. UK time, I believe.
Yeah,
against AC Milan in Singapore. So yeah, man, definitely gonna have that on the box. Definitely gonna be watching, seeing that, and I hope next week. I don't want us to get to next Friday and we're asking the same is where is the Glock? I really don't want to be having that conversation from next Friday. I don't want to have that conversation again.
Yeah, the Glock should be in. The Glock should be in. Signed, sealed, delivered, and we move into our fourth title charge under Lord Mikhail. So big up every single one of you in the chat, people. You absolute legends. Again, like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.